You miserable bastard.
Speaking of, I got a copy of the latest edition of Viz, and the first comic actually was something that made me think of you.
Really? Go on.
Basically, it's these two old ladies complaining about the new Doctor Who. Going,
Right.
they'll be wanting a female James Bond next. Aye, or a woman. And then at the end they go, well, the Doctor's always been a man, and that's a man he'll always be. And then at the end of it they go silent and go, so who's your favourite Doctor? What? Oh, I've never watched the show. Me either. And I thought... and there was a Big Vern one where he kills himself on a bus. He drives a load of old women around as like a taxi service, and he's treating it like it's a bank job. Come on, get in, and he sees a policeman with one of those speedometers. Like, Christ, Ernie, he's got a shooter! And he turns around and breaks the handbrake, and then he goes, I'm sorry, Ernie, it was a nice run while it went, and he crashes into off a bridge, and then it blows up.
Right, you on? You ready to go?
Yeah, the sad thing is, I think it's been recording this.
Yep, it has. Hi guys, first a bit of clarification. Turns out the game will not delete your save file if you die too many times. The game lies to you. Apparently that's part of the point.
And how can we ever trust video games now, when even the things we trust lie to us? Lie to our face. Lie of beaties. Look at that bitch with her blue face paint. She's a blue-faced, painted, lying whore. Threaten me with fucking death. Your eyes are full of deceit. Fabrication.
Right, continue.
Sorry.
Apparently it said the game is best played with headphones, so I'm glad I decided to play it with headphones.
If there is a hell, the creators of this game are going to be there, locked in a box made of their own flayed skin.
Alright. So, do you remember what we were doing?
So, let's go.
Yeah, sorry,
I
didn't stream yesterday. I wanted to get my Game of Thrones video out, and it took longer than I expected.
It's fine. Honestly, yeah, I was waiting around to see if you needed me for anything, but at the same time I was letting Liz do her thing.
Yeah.
You know, watch her anime while I did. I mainly spent my time upstairs trying to, Liz had a stress moment because every time we get a letter for anything, she starts to stress. She's got anxiety issues.
Right.
You know, whenever anything comes from the DUP, it's always, oh shit, what if they're trying to cancel anything? And it wasn't anything, it was literally just, dear Mrs. Congrave, we're still getting used to that. We have more evidence for you to use in your appeal to get your PIP.
Oh.
So nothing major, but, you know, the stress and how that is.
Yeah. Are you sure Liz is comfortable with you broadcasting her, anxiety issues?
Honestly,
like
to be honest, anxiety issues honestly aren't that. They're not. I don't see them as a big thing. And to be honest, if more people actually understood it, maybe they wouldn't be as difficult with her.
Yeah. I would play it with her first, though. You're not supposed to disclose anybody else's health.
Well, the thing is, we always get everyone. I'm sure everyone gets stressed when they get anything from the DUP because depending on what it is, it can usually always be bad. And let's face it, appeals are common these days.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had to go through my share of appeals, and it's always ended the same way. Usually with a doctor with a monocle.
I've got to kill the illusion god.
No. Magic? No. But illusions are real! Oh yeah, I saw an American Dad where they kept screwing up their future, and it was actually kind of funny, because it just got worse and worse the more they tried to fix it. Basically, Steve and Snot in the future are successful people who have invented a time machine and everything's pretty damn good. But they're not allowed to interact or go to a party or anything. Steve goes down and speaks to a woman once, and instantly he's ripped and all muscular, and Snot becomes a homeless guy.
Right.
But how did this happen? And then they try and go down and try and fix things so he becomes cool.
Oh. Wait, Sam, did you see that?
Hold on, I'm catching up.
Huh.
Huh. Yeah, but then they try to fix it, so they try and make Snot cool, and it just makes things worse for him. Like, he becomes a convict who murders women. And Steve just gets more and more buff.
Jack's here, he says, Andrew Blatchley says hello.
Hello.
Okay, let's go kill a god.
Yay! It was so nice before it became such a, you know, the thing we do.
Yeah. Oh, no. That ladder glitch appears to just have been a one-time thing.
Good. Because that ladder thing was just...
Oh, and I was halfway through listening to Podquisition this week, and Jim has cleared up what the thing was. There's a part of the game where a waterfall will put out your torch, and there is a torch ahead to relight it. Do not miss that, apparently.
Yeah, I remember I saw that bit.
Saw him yesterday. Ruth and Claire Ollie as well. Okay.
Yeah, and then when they try and fix things even more, it somehow turns Snot into a turtle.
Yeah.
But how did this even happen?
See if this door will open. Oh!
Yeah, and they've restocked more Rick and Morty stuff in my HMV, so I'm debating whether to get a Rick Sanchez pop.
Do it.
I know I should. I'm gonna check online. Also, there was a bird person one as well.
Yeah.
Bird person.
Bring it. Ah!
Tavo! Miracle of Sound has brought out another song. This time based on Jon Snow.
Yeah. He's also on Podquisition.
What, Jon Snow?
No, Miracle of Sound, or Gavin, as they call it.
For some reason, when I heard Miracle of Sound, I keep thinking of, remember those now CDs that used to be out all the time in the 90s?
What, now that's what I call music?
Yeah, that's all I think of when I hear someone say Miracle of Sound. I'm like, no, that's not it at all. I don't know, because that's what they used to give those CDs the same kind of names. Like, this is Miracle of Sound 95 or something. So you've released another CD that has the same songs that were on last year, along with a couple more singles. Also, did you know Nacho Libre was apparently based on a true story?
No, it wasn't.
Actually, it was. It just took very, very, very extreme liberties with it.
Really?
It was based off an actual... Yeah, it was actually based off a real priest who did become a wrestler for the same kind of reasons. Except Jack Blacked his way through it. I watched a review of it by Brian Zane, who decided to put random Tenacious D songs in at appropriate moments. Like when he's doing The Nun and putting in the song I'm Gonna Fuck You Gently. We all know that's what he's thinking. It's Jack Black and he's Jack Blackiest.
Huh.
Valravan's power of illusion comes from ravens, allowing the ravens to break his magic seal.
And also, me and Liz were up till about 3 last night because we had a lot of actual stuff we forgot to do. We had to sort the freezer.
Right.
So do you know how we passed the time to keep ourselves awake? Debating Arnold Rimmer.
Oh, this I can't wait to hear.
Oh, we just sat there trying to explain how season 12 has to have a character arc for the cat at this point, and maybe a little bit more on Lister, because let's face it, Rimmer gets quite a lot and Crichton's had his little bit, but the cat barely gets anything of his, because there's not really anything to do. And then we were debating if everything past season 5 goes to shit. You know, up until about season 10.
Yeah.
I still say that 8 was the worst.
6. I like season 6.
I like season 6. I just don't like season 7 or 8.
I don't not like them, but they
Them as much.
Yeah.
Moving of Rimmer took away something. Be there, like Crichton's jealousy.
Yeah. Played
That
the
did
new
not
Batman
need to be
Telltale earlier. Cool. Is it good?
Nice.
I think I might wait for all the episodes to come out before I get that. But
That's how you do Telltales. I mean, that's what I'm going to do with the Life is Strange thing as well.
is
Well, the
Life
new
is
one.
Oh.
Life is Strange is basic. It's not a Telltale game, but it's in the same kind of style. But it's got this little little mechanic that basically, when you make a decision, you can turn back time a little bit and use, like, if you, like, say, learned a piece of information in one conversation, but it didn't end well for you, you can turn back the conversation and use the information you've gotten already to kind of, you know, get other information out of them. If that makes any sense.
Oh. Yeah, I get
It was up for free, but basically this girl gets, it's only 5 episodes long, but you know, you get decisions. Some of them are just small minor things, like do you tell a principal about something, or do you jump out to defend your friend's honor, and or, you know, do you defend your friend, or do you defend her dad, you know, that kind of thing. There's only one decision in the entire game you cannot go back and fix, but they do add a bit of plot convenience for that. It's one of those, the more she uses the power, the more it makes her ill. And
Right.
when this big issue happens, she cannot turn back time at all. So it's a whole, right, you cannot do what you've been doing before. You have to get this right, otherwise you will, you know, this will fuck up. And that's like in episode 3 or 4.
Right.
Yeah. It is pretty good, and they've just released the prequel, but I'm not sure how they're going to do it, since the girl who has the powers doesn't actually appear in the prequel, but her friend, who's like the second character, does appear, but she doesn't have powers.
Right.
Because why would anyone have powers? This isn't Heroes, where they're just handing them out. Matt Puckman. I liked Heroes.
Yes, it was a good show.
I still loved Sylar more than I should have.
Huh. Jack says, indeed.
Ah, Kai and Tai.
Kai and Tai?
Sorry, whenever I hear indeed, all I think of is Funaki just going, indeed.
Oh, right.
You remember the really bad dub things they used to do, where they'd do something and say, we are evil. Indeed. really badly dubbed.
Yeah. Indeed.
Kai. Oh yeah, you know, apparently Big Show got punished pretty bad by WWE by them making sure he was pulled from SmackDown 2.
Really?
Apparently they were so angry with him at one point that they had him removed from television, even though he was a main event guy. Keep in mind he'd already been in the main event at that time, because it was around 2000, and Big Show was actually in the main event of WrestleMania that year. They had him removed from the game completely. They did have him as create a wrestler parts, but didn't actually have him in the game as a playable character. Had him moved down to OVW, and had him, you know, ripped apart verbally backstage, and then they made fun of his weight apparently. But removing him from SmackDown 2 was the sign when they said, "Look, you're being removed from the game, but we are putting in Taka Michinoku, Funaki, and even Pete Gas." Pete goddamn Gas is going to be in the game and you're not. That's a sign when things have really gone bad.
Yeah.
Oh, and Shinsuke Nakamura apparently will not be facing repercussions for what he did to John Cena, so that's all good.
Good, good.
Though Vince was a little angry with him, but apparently that was more in defense of Cena than him being actually angry at Nakamura. He said he hasn't soured on him, and he's okay. He's still high on Nakamura, but if Nakamura fucks up one more time, then his opinion might change quite dramatically.
Well, it's Vince McMahon. His opinion might change quite dramatically, even if he doesn't fuck up one more time.
Yeah, I know. His opinion changes more than the weather in Scotland. And I can say that because I live here.
Yes.
And I've experienced 4 seasons in one day. Rain for 40 days and 40 nights. We call that fucking summer. It's true. We've had a flood in this village at one point and a woman went down to the co-op in a canoe. I'm not even fucking shitting you. This happens. Once a year, the riverbanks the banks break, and then the village gets flooded, up to maybe about knee length. And if you walk down the street in your wellies or whatever, you can always find this one woman with a canoe going down to get to the shops. Morning, Farmer Lister. I'm just putting down to the shops in my submarine. Can I buy you anything? Yeah, that is a thing that happens.
I was trying to do that anyway. I forgot to.
Remember, Ollie, don't forget the torch.
I'm trying. I'm doing it. Jeez.
Are you stressed yet? Are you stressed yet? If you're watching this video, it's because I'm dead, and it's all thanks to these delicious, smoky cigarettes. And they've killed me like they killed my mother, my father, my father's mother, my mother's mother, and her father. They just can't seem to give them up. You delicious, smoky bastards. I did have to explain Jen to Liz at one point.
What's to explain?
That's it. She's like, so does she even do anything with... No, that's the joke. Jen is not qualified for the job she's doing. She has no idea about... She's the head of the IT department, which means she's higher than Moss and Roy, though she doesn't know what she's doing at all. Though she did enjoy the internet one. She doesn't like Douglas, though.
She doesn't like Douglas?
She doesn't like him because of the whole... just the way he is. That, and at one point when we first got together, I did that whole thing where I pointed at flies on the windowsill and laughed. He invited me to his office just to point at a dead fly.
Oh, there's the god. Right, bring it on.
Shout. But is that really the god? Maybe it's an illusion.
Maybe.
Maybe you're the illusion. Let me pull your face off and see who you really are.
If you are not the serial killer, then why would you need a bulletproof face?
Oh, the bulletproof face. Damn, I was about 80% sure he had one of them bulletproof faces. Yeah, every time I see that movie and they do that whole trying to revive the dead body with no face, I just think of that bit from The Walking Dead when you were trying to give respiratory aid to, you know, that fat guy who died. Larry,
well,
yeah, after he had
Larry,
the salt lick through. Yeah, I think you experienced a glitch when they dropped the salt lick on his head.
And I just kept trying to restart his heart.
We're going again. Clear. Going again.
I don't suppose you had a look at that Pokemon Clover thing I told you about.
I will look at it, I promise.
I just think it's just that I think it'll give you a laugh.
Oh, and I'm sure it will. And it will be something I look at, because the last time I did, I took too long to look at something. I missed out on Joe Hendry.
Yes.
Soon, I will be the #1 Boglin boy. DC Douglas.
Was that actually DC Douglas?
Yes, it was actually DC Douglas. You'd be surprised how many voice actor works he does as Wesker just for parody, even for himself. He was the one. He actually did that. Remember that "Look at your man now, back to me" kind of thing? That was actually him.
Yeah.
Look at my hand. What is it? I have it. It's that fabled jewelry you love so much. Look again. The jewelry is now an avant-garde phallic symbol. Anything is possible when you're me. I'm eating rockets. And he sang the 12 Days of Christmas, where you know, he ended it on Merry Christmas. To-do list: take out trash, buy milk, kill Chris. Sexy Wesky.
Right, I'm supposed to follow his voice. Am I?
His voice.
Shut up.
Loser. Did you see that bit with Jerry and the wolf?
Yeah. But this would actually nourish you. This is a piece of paper that only has value to me.
Unless how misery is somehow important to you. Loser. What? Do you think we'll ever see Jerry come back?
Yeah, probably. Oh, hold on.
Ah, Mr. Meeseeks, look at me. Oh yeah, I also introduced my mother-in-law to the Mr. Meeseeks. She thinks their existence is cruel and horrible. And I said, don't blame them, blame Jerry for not letting them die. The point of this, Ellie, is are you having fun? Are you engaged? Are you enjoying this in some capacity?
I will be once I figure out what I'm supposed to do.
Yes, well, yeah, I have heard that some of the puzzle, it gets better the longer you play it.
Yeah.
Just remember, in a few days, Night Trap comes out.
Yes. Yes.
Night Trap.
Okay, come on.
So yeah, I'll be at a wedding next week or so I won't be around for a bit. But, well, I'll be thinking of you. I won't. But I'll leave a rose on your grave. Every year, every 5 years, every 5 years. I'll think of you. I won't.
When were you doing Night Trap again?
Probably
well,
around, I think we said around Halloween.
Yeah.
I think that was the idea, that we were going to try and do Night Trap when it's on there, because I'm pretty sure it'll be released digitally. I mean, I've heard they have made a physical release, but it's only available on a website.
Yeah.
You know, like what they're doing with Undertale, so there probably will be a digital version released. I still can't believe they're actually releasing it again.
Yeah. Of all things.
Well, I think the fact that if it had a cult following and it's one of those things at some point.
Yeah.
The more I think about it, the more there's so many online reviewers these days. I mean, at one point, most films are going to be considered a success because the only people who went to see them were the film critics, and there's a lot of them.
Huh.
It could happen.
Huh.
As long as they don't all become like that South Park episode where they had everyone was a Yelp reviewer.
Yeah. Yelp critic.
Yeah, that's the one episode I didn't actually show my mother-in-law out of all the South Park episodes.
Huh.
I didn't think she'd be able to take the boogers and cum bit at the end.
Huh. Huh.
And the fact it was a musical would make it harder for her to get it out of her head.
I have no idea what to do.
Don't worry, Ollie, you'll figure it out. You always do. H-U-W-A-K-K. Why, Mr. Chumney Warner. That's an easy phrase, because it spells Hawakaka.
That was a good sketch.
I showed it to Margie, and she was just pissing herself laughing at just how absurd it was. Bloody hell, where's my intended victim?
Where the devil's me intended victim opted to?
I'm afraid you... Obviously, you can't see eye to eye with him on this matter. I'm afraid I can't see eye to eye with you on this matter. Then, what now? Now, they prepare for a good old clobbering. What on? Ow! What Wheeg! Wheeg! Wheeg!
Oi! Oof!
Wheeg! 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 What would you do? Just that whole thing.
But what are the methods of self-defense, Mr. Chumley Warner?
This young boy has broken his neck in 3 places and got it stuck in a mangle. What should I do? Make sure it never happens again. Thank you. You are careless and irresponsible. Whack! Ow! 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 That'll teach him.
This wasn't here before.
This is new. Squillucle.
Oh, yes, it was. There he is.
Yeah, I also showed Liz some really trashy movies to watch. You remember the old Scary Movie franchise? Just stuff like that.
Why?
I think... just thought you should see some of the bad stuff that exists.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, she found Don't Be a Menace Down South Central while drinking and juicing the hood was a very strange movie.
Yeah.
For that one scene that you know is the weird scene, the Bernie Mac scene. Just that confused the hell out of her. She went into it a bit too literal.
Yeah, I expect it would have confused her as some.
Come on, where is this god, and why does he keep putting his jacks down? There's too many spiky things. I'm guessing they're his game of jacks, except there's more impalement.
Yeah. Pickle Rick could solve this.
The Pickle Man. He was just a monster. You are an intelligent pickle. We can do business.
Well,
Well, they made a mistake, and what was that? They didn't let me go.
They killed themselves. Ah! There's a bridge over there.
Over the bridge.
Past the tree with the eyes on it.
I'd left at the chasm of hopelessness.
Alright, bring it! Yes, fight me.
I'm on lag at the moment. Are you fighting the god?
No.
Yeah, just another one of his random foot soldiers. Don't you just get tired of facing the putty patrollers?
Yeah. Oh, the fake robotniks.
Ugh, don't get me started on the fake robotnik, the robo-robotniks, which, again, Ken Penders tried to claim in court. That was fun.
Those who make it back.
He tried to claim ownership of Robo-Robotnik. Though I live with the fact that I could make a Twitter account and it'd still get more follows than him. I think I also had a rant at him personally at one point. He then blocked me.
Right.
I simply, all I did was post a hypothetical to try and say why his argument. All I said was your argument for keeping Scourge, which again I want to argue that you did not create him, you created evil Sonic, which, let's be fair, was just Sonic the Hedgehog with a leather jacket and sunglasses, and was just. That is the extent of it. You didn't invent the concept of evil Sonics, but let's say hypothetically I work for you and do that whole Julie Sue Chronicles thing, which will never see the light of day brackets because nobody wants it. And let's just say I start drawing and writing characters for you, and I make an evil version of Julie Sue, which is just Julie Sue but with a leather jacket and sunglasses. Do I have the right to claim her as mine? Even if you do aesthetic changes such as changing her name, changing her backstory, changing her personality and everything else, do I still have a claim to her? Because that's basically what you did. I don't think he liked that. I think he took exception to that. But apparently I wasn't the only one to make that argument, because a lot of people then liked it.
Yeah.
Though I did get the people who were on there to troll going, "Attention, Ken Penders, you did not create Knuckles the Echidna just because you got hold of him and put a hat on him."
Yeah.
A weekly newsletter and a hat.
No, I'm not going back over the bridge.
You. Oh. Lana. Lana.
Lana!
What? Danger zone.
I think it's oh. Yes, there's an opening here that wasn't there before.
There's a hole. There was a hole here. It's gone now. Silent Hill 2 joke.
Yeah.
I didn't kill anyone. Blame Chavo. Chavo did it.
There he is. Ladder.
There's the bastard.
She can get up now. What's happening? She can get up now. How can she get out? Must be magic. Dark magic. A trick. Raven. Tricking her. Raven. How can she get out? Wait. It's him. Dark magic draws her closer. It's not. It's not him. It's a trick. She's doing it on her own. He's not tricking her. It's magic. It's an illusion.
Right, I think I'm supposed to... So what?
Would you say that this is a short game? Well, considering it's taken us... well,
This is only
a while.
the third hour. It
Yeah.
has the game's only supposed to take about 4 hours. Right. So what can I... what are we supposed to...
Goddamn god of illusions.
No, that's not going to be it. Right. They led me here. Right. Whatever happened, it led me to this platform. So what do I do here? Right, now I'm supposed to line up those ravens to match the symbol on the door. And I think here is, or near to here, would be the place to do that, but... Okay,
They've definitely not made this easy for you, have they?
no. There was something they were saying earlier about she can get up now. Maybe there is something back there.
Maybe.
Oh!
By Jove, I think he's got it.
Yeah, it made some stairs up here. These weren't here before. And... there we go. And now it's made a wall appear. Ah, right. Yeah. Alright, no, it's the other way. My bad. Okay.
Chased by fire.
We picture fear, and we think of a shadow in the woods, creature in the night. If only it were that simple. The worst kind comes without warning. Deep, primal signal from within. A reminder that just because you cannot see the threat, it doesn't mean that it's not already here.
She can't go in there.
Pete's here, hello there.
They're having
Hey, Petey.
Okay.
The voice in her head says, "There's another route."
Oh.
It's nearly over. Finish it. What's happening? Behind you. Watch it.
Hacky, slashy, hacky.
Oh, they've cornered me. Let's get out of that.
Oh well, can't have that.
Alright, one down.
Take him down. Take him down. Get him down.
Oh, they're coordinating.
Oh god, they're learning.
Oh god.
Behind you. Behind you.
Gotcha.
Gosh, you bastard.
I appear to be able to get smacked around a bit more than before. I'm pretty sure that would have killed me before. Perhaps I grew more powerful from killing that first god.
Maybe. Or maybe the enemies have gotten weaker. Maybe illusion gods men are pussies.
Maybe.
I'm just throwing it out there as a possibility is all. I'm not challenging a god per se.
Yeah, that's my job.
The Northmen say Odin
Yeah, that's what you're doing. You're the one who's challenging the gods.
man was formed from his
Bring it on! Gah!
made
They
his
fried my
bones into stone,
balls!
and his flesh into earth, and his blood into the salt sea. They set his skull to be the bowl of the sky, with his brains for clouds. Odin and his brothers caught the sparks flying from Muspel and made them into stars. And to protect the new world from the giants, they used Ymir's great curving eyebrows as walls.
Okay, I've definitely already heard that.
We can rebuild them. We have the technology. But I don't want to spend a lot of money.
No, that's definitely where I came from. So. Ah. Alright. Okay.
Do you know what it's like to leave everything behind? Your home, loved ones, to head deep into the wilds, perhaps never to return. Senua does. Because when darkness speaks, it changes everything, turning home into a foreign land and loved ones into strangers. Exile makes sense when you realize that you were never really home in the first place.
What if this whole thing is just a delusion in her head?
I guess we'll find out at the end, won't we?
Maybe.
By the way, Team Ninja are the ones that did Heavenly Sword. If you remember that. No, Ninja Theory, not Team Ninja. Now I'm doing it. Oh, for God's sake. Another door puzzle. Pete says, hey, it's a fidget spinner on the door.
It's over here.
That is what it looks like.
No, it's over here. Is that? It's over there. No, it's here. There's two. Listen, focus. Listen. It's magic. This reminds her of something. The forest. Which forest? The wilds. She went to the wilds a long time ago. Why did she go to the wilds? She wanted to fight her own darkness. She thought she could beat her own darkness. Did she beat her darkness? No. It nearly killed her, but she tried. Druth. Druth helped her. If it wasn't for Druth, she'd be dead. She can't beat her own darkness. She wanted to marry Dillian. She came to leave her own darkness and marry Dillian. But she didn't work. She thought her curse would affect him. She thought her curse would spread to him. She thought she'd bring the darkness to him too. She nearly died. She thought the curse made her tainted. Druth helped her.
I'll be right back, Ollie. I just need to grab something to munch on.
Alright. There's a lot of them.
I'm back.
Alright.
Ah. This is what happens when you eat the freaky fungus.
Huh. Right, yeah, there's so many of those things, I have no idea where to look.
Yeah. With respect, sir, you've got your head up your big fat ass.
Huh.
climb the ladder. Hopefully don't climb to heaven. And,
Yeah, that ladder glitch was weird.
it was very weird and unnerving.
Yeah. Let's see. Don't think I've been here yet.
The Northmen say you must sacrifice in order to receive. They tell
Sorry
how
for the
the
crunching.
runes were revealed to Odin only in
Alright.
sacrifice.
So I got pulled pork flavoured crisps, so
And he stabbed himself with a spear, and he dedicated the sacrifice to himself.
trying new things.
For 9 nights he hung on the tree without food or drink.
Now kindly clock off before I extract your giblets and shove a large seasoned onion between the lips you never
gathered
kiss
them in
you.
his mind and learnt them. Then he fell from the tree.
Half man, half chicken. You don't scare me.
Because I know what you are.
Three listers. Excellent.
Who knew that Lister would eventually become a Pokemon?
What do you mean?
Cloyster.
Ah, yes. Perhaps Lister can go off and get some champagne for Lister and Lister. River doesn't drink because he's dead, but I wouldn't mind a glass.
I still love the one where Rimmer is stuck with himself and he just can't live with it.
Yeah.
Twaddle! Hit the wall, go on, hit it harder, harder! Shut up, Rimmer, some of us are trying to get some sleep. Obviously we have some professional disagreements, but nothing major. Shut up, you dead git! Excuse me. Stop your foul whining, you piece of distended rectum!
Excuse me a moment, Lister. Oh, I see.
Do you? Do you really see? Or is it an empty promise?
Perhaps. Hold on just a second. Yes, I see.
Ah, I see. Actually, I don't get it.
Thank you, computer man.
Tot.
He has arrived, and with him the Red Dwarf quotes.
Yeah, I know. Not the first thing you'd associate with this game, to be honest.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's just...
Or even the second. Or even the third. I thought fourth might be there somewhere.
The ravens. They've gone. No. Half of them have gone. They've gone. Some still. But where? No, ravens. Still helping. It's true.
Quiet. Can't think. Out in the wilds. In cold winter woods.
Where?
She no longer felt fit for this world. She almost gave in to the darkness. She remembered Dillian's words. She remembered her promise. She resolved to fight on and kill that which had become part of her.
Look, I'm sick of hearing about these stupid cats.
My concerns are slightly more important than what coloured stupid smegging hat I'm wearing. This is science. No, I can't believe this. I'm God, but it's a bit of a drag, actually. a smacking car. Oh yeah, I told Liz about when you and me used to go to that place when it used to be a fast food place.
Yeah.
I used to get a full-on roast chicken and call it a Quagar Warrior.
Yeah. That's right, I did do that.
You're gonna go down and devour the courage of a Quagar Warrior.
Looking back, I was so naive to think she could banish it on her own. The further she saw into the darkness, the more she struggled to see anything at all. And the gloom, the smallest hints of shape, sound, or thought, grew in strength until they consumed her whole. Before she knew it, darkness had her in its claws.
Yes!
Give me a sec, the cat's crying for something.
The gate is open.
There is no such thing as victory when it comes to the darkness.
Never mind, Liz got to her first.
Oh Lord,
Okay.
biding its time. Only when she is at her weakest will it strike to kill.
So do you just have cats?
Will she find Dillian?
Like, do you not have dogs anymore?
Well, they took Tess when they moved out, so the dog's gone. So it's literally just me, Liz, and the cats now.
Why would you settle for cats?
Because, well, at this point they're easier to deal with than a dog.
But dogs are clearly a far superior animal.
Holly, we're not having this debate.
It's not a debate.
Look, we're working up to dogs. Liz isn't ready for a dog yet. Not till she's still not quite over Anubis dying. So we're going with cats for now, and then we'll probably introduce a puppy later. Ollie was saying, why don't we have a dog? They're clearly superior animals. She's giving me a look of anger. I think it's directed at you.
He said, we're not having this debate. I said, it's not a debate.
Yeah, I said, we're not having this debate, and he went, this isn't a debate. It isn't a debate. Yeah, she's going, cats and dogs are equal.
Oh.
Liz, don't do this. Don't go to a place I can't follow.
What was that?
Nothing. Nothing, I was just messing with... Remember when I wanted... Yeah, remember when I made that thing? I said about that thing where you and Jeff should have done that thing where you can't be asked with TV shows or anything, so you just put on a thing that makes you completely apathetic and just slowly destroys your mind. Can you believe they cast such and such? So... Well, this is an awful movie. I don't mind. Are you okay? You know, maybe we should continue to let Paul W.S. Anderson make video game adaptation movies. No, no. And maybe it's okay for Michael Bay to continue to make films. No, please, don't do this. Don't go where I can't follow. This is only for now.
Well, obviously I need to somehow get up to that nest, don't I? Ah! One of the gates!
A gate? Hmm. This intrigues matters. They must have looked something like a roast chicken.
Tell me a story.
Senua, listen. I will tell you the tale of a man called Findan. The Northmen captured Findan's sister, and his father sent them to pay for her release. But they took his gold, put him in chains, and held him for a day and a night without food or water. Then they released him. I don't know why. Upon his return, his father's enemies in Erin set fire.
You make it sound so negative, don't you understand? The monster that threatened this planet is gone. No, it isn't. You're still here.
Sorrow in his heart. His father's enemies offered redress for his loss and invited him to a feast. It was at a hall near the sea. When he went there, they betrayed him to the Northmen, who enslaved him.
Goodbye, goodbye, Rimmer Rimmer.
6 years later, his slave masters landed on the shores of
Goit.
burning all before them. And into that fire, Findan made his escape. What was Findan burnt away that day.
You
From
goit!
flames,
No, you
a new
goit!
man stepped
They're all
forward,
goits! I'm surrounded by
and
goits!
truth
Holly, you're a goit!
was born.
I'm a what?
You heard.
And I am now. And though Findan never set eyes on his dear sister again, I, Druth, have found you, Senua.
We'll soon see how totty it is. The quarantine period is almost up. Bastard!
Did anything actually change the last time?
Who knows? Wow. I just seen things. Simon Gotch apparently really hates Enzo Amore.
A lot of people apparently hate Enzo Amore.
Well, apparently this one, Enzo Amore Enzo Amore gets buried by Simon Gotch, calls him an abortion.
Oh! Oh! Oh, hold on.
Everything's getting slightly more ominous.
Yeah. The pathway is clear. Ish. Alright, time to kill a god.
The gate is open.
Alright, let's kill God. No, let's be atheists. Same thing.
Are you too? I remember. It didn't end well in the wilds. It never does.
Do you think Whitney Houston just used to naturally elongate her eyes? Like in random conversation? And, you know, she'd just, when saying goodbye to someone, she'd just go, bye!
Driving in the dark so far into the void that maybe this time there's no coming back. But there, in the darkness, she remembered what he told her.
Hear me. Reach out to me. Senua. Take my iron mirror. Look into it, for it is a window into the underworld. Within, you will see the face of the darkness that you fear. And if you focus, like I have taught you to, you will also see that as much as the darkness has you trapped within its veil, it too is trapped within yours. Focus. Focus. Focus.
I see you. I see you now. You led me to the wilds. You trapped me there.
Whoa!
Wow, Marty Scorrell really let himself go.
Yeah, not block. What?
That's steam cleaner. Well, he's a tough son of a bitch.
Yep.
Knocking his sides back.
Alright. Huh.
Defend yourself.
You can do it all. Do it. It's nice that he patiently waited.
Oh. Oh no, I think that's it. Ah. I will point out, it's only been gods that have been able to kill me so far.
Good.
Ah.
Do it. You're close. He's gone.
How far has the rock, am I? Oh yeah, you must not have been here when we explained it. Turns out the whole it deletes your save file if you die thing isn't true. The game actually lies to you about these things. It was designed to make you paranoid. Do you know that for certain, Ollie? Well, I suppose I've never died enough times to test it, but I heard from a pretty reliable source.
Go.
Oh no.
Hurt, there's blood.
Oh, you can parry that. That's awesome. That's right, run, coward. Huh. Huh.
She can still do it. He's down. Finish it. Finish it. Don't give up. Don't give up.
Oh, I don't think you can parry that. That, however, you can. Oh, I'm doing pretty well. Don't want to jinx it, but... Alright. Who you sending next? Whoa! 3 of them.
It's nearly over. Focus. Focus. The mirror. Oh! I never beat you in the wilds, did I? It was an illusion. But not this time!
God 2 down.
Oh yeah.
What were you saying?
I was saying, thank God it's
One of
dead.
the keys to the gate to Helheim. Hold it in your mind's eye.
He took, because he certainly took a beating, I assure you.
Darkness grows stronger.
Yeah.
Every victory bringing her closer to defeat. Unfair, isn't it?
Huh.
In
Good
those
kill.
dark
Thank you.
winter nights in the wilds, there were times when she considered letting go. If it weren't for Druth, a chance encounter in the wilds, she would not have heard his stories. of
Ah.
Northmen. And she would not have this chance to find Dillion's soul.
I'm coming. Rest of the
Well, we're near the 2-hour mark. I think there's as good a time as any to call it an episode, wouldn't you, Sam?
I think it's at a point, yeah, it's almost at 2 hours.
And we've just killed another god.
If that isn't a perfect time to kill it, to, you know, say, okay, let's start a campfire, I don't know what is.
Yeah. Well, okay, I hope you enjoyed the stream. Stay tuned for scenes for the next exciting episode of, well, not Dragon Ball Z, but Hellblade. But yeah, we'll see you soon, guys.